What's going on, my fellow water, earth, air, and firebenders? How are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing great. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Netflix, live action, season 2. Damn. uh, that shit was awesome. In my opinion, that shit was great. I loved it. I liked it way more than season one. That's not to say I didn't like season one. I did like season one. I still have to go back and rewatch it. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back with a more in-depth, like I guess review breakdown type thing. But just quick raw reaction thoughts on uh, season two, and I loved it. Toph was Toph was so Toph. I loved it. Um, I love the I loved what they did with Sokka, just all around. He was he was more Sokka this season than he was in the first season. I thought, as far as like the jokes and all of that, and kind of the planning and all of that. Um, but I also loved how they gave him this arc with Suki, and well, I get they didn't really give him the arc for the show, but like I love what they did with it. Him really feeling the loss of UA and just all of that he was feeling, the emotion that he was dealing with, he was going through, and just how they showed it. Just definitely it really humanized him, and I really loved how they did that with everybody, but especially Sokka. They just really just they gave everybody just such more, like they just humanized all the characters more. They brought them from animated, and brought it to live action, and they did what they were supposed to do. They humanized the characters, which was awesome. Uh, and I'm gonna just say it right now. This is from the original show. This is from this. I mean, just the story in general. Zuko has one of the best redemption arcs in anything. Any sort of like fictional media, any sort of fictional stories. Zuko has one of the best redemption arcs. I don't care. Change my mind, but you probably won't. He just does. Um, and I love that. I liked him. Zuko is one of those characters you kind of just don't fuck with at first. He's just kind of annoying at first. At least he was to me. But that redemption arc really makes you love him. And Zuko is one of my favorite characters in The Last Airbender. Always has been. Um, that was awesome. Uh, Azula was much more of a threat this season than she was in the first season, which I don't, if my memory serves right, I don't think we got a lot of her in the first season. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think we did. Um, so I'm glad they did a lot more of that, gave her a lot more, you know, of a role. How they did, they're really sticking to the source material closely. I feel like, yeah, they're changing things here and there and everything, but you have to. You can't expect an exact adaptation. And why do you want an exact adaptation? I mean, that to me is no fun, personally, because you know what's gonna happen. But anyways, tangent aside, all that aside, I did. I loved it. I really, one thing I really loved, and I'm kind of sad that we didn't get it played out, but I get it. Uh, the reference to the earthbending Momo plan in the original show. I love how Sokka just even threw that out there, and as soon as he said it, I'm like, please actually do it. And I mean, of course they did, and I get it, but that was cool. Um, yeah, I do love the growth of the characters through this season. Katara going through and doing her painted lady thing, I love that. Zuko going through and doing his blue spirit thing, I love that. Uh, Aang, they were very true to Aang in this. I thought, uh, I don't care who you are. When Aang loses Appa, always hits me. It always hits me. Uh, and they did that, and of course they switched it up a little bit. It wasn't the sandbenders and everything in this show, but Aang losing Appa it always hits. It's always heavy, and I thought they did a great job with that. Aang just honestly the way they did it all, like even to where it's Toph holding the library up so they can make it out and not being able to get to Appa to help him, like it's crazy. Like it's just all like it's crazy. It's really good. If you're a fan of the original show, I personally don't see how you cannot be a fan of this. Personally, I truly do. I love this show. I'm not a big anime guy, as people who know me know. I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to dabble into like One Piece a little bit. I really need to get back on that. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I'm trying to dabble in One Piece. And one reason for that is because I really want to watch the live action, and because everybody rants and raves about it, how it's oh my god, it's the best live action adaptation of an anime and da 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 da. Well, to me, and again, I'm not an anime person, but to me, that's Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm sure One Piece probably is that. And I'm excited to get into it and check it out and all of that. And I'm sure I'll probably think the same. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But as far as like my opinion, and this is just, I guess I'm not really entitled to an opinion when it comes to anime because I'm not an anime fan. But to me, this is amazing. It truly is. They're doing a phenomenal job with this. The team over at Netflix and the people working on this, they're doing a great job. We are getting the final season, book 3, Fire. I cannot wait. That is going to be insane. Seeing Aang and Ozai go at it is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for that. Um, and then of course Iroh. We get Uncle Iroh being Uncle Iroh. Everybody loves Uncle Iroh. Uh, Still loving his tea, and just I genuinely love that. And I'm sorry this video is kind of scattered and everything, but like I said, it's just my raw review and everything, and I'm gonna go back and watch both seasons, and I'm gonna give a more in-depth review about it all so far. So, um, but yeah, no, I truly do love this. I'm genuinely loving it. Um, and yeah, you know I love the whole Iroh Zuko relationship. Always have. I love it. They do a great job in that in this show. Um, Judy, that was that was insane. The whole mental thing that they show with Judy, and she's, and I can't remember. I can't remember if that's a thing in the original show. It didn't. If it was, it didn't stick out to me to where I like really remember it. Um, but it very well could have been. But regardless, like the mental thing that they did with the whole Judy character is that's crazy. Um, just how they sit there and they just break her and in a sense torture her. I'm sure they do torture her, but they don't show that or nothing. But just sit there and just have her in the stone prison and just break her by all the time just saying, just repeating, there is no war here in Bossing Say. There is no war in Bossing Say. I mean, it's crazy. I love that we get to see Boomy again for a few minutes. That was awesome. Boomy giving the wise advice to Aang that comes in handy at the end. Um, the library, seeing that again was awesome. What's his name? Wan Shi Tong or something like that. The owl. That was really cool seeing the whole fight with that. The whole thing with Jet. That was cool. That was dope. Um, and yeah, man, this show is. I really can't praise this show enough. I don't think. I don't really recall there being anything when I was watching it saying like, I don't know about that. I didn't really like that. I'm sure I could find some things, but I was just really, really enjoying it on my first watch through of season 2. And it was awesome. May and Ty Lee, fucking, I fuck with him so heavy, man. Like it truly is. Like all the characters, in my opinion, are just they're done justice. Um, and yeah, it just doesn't. We see more of Avatar Kyoshi and her talking to Toph. We see oh fuck, what's her name? The airbending Avatar. I can't remember her name right now, but we see her, talking to Aang. That was awesome. Uh, I thought we would get Kurtuk, whatever his name is, the waterbending Avatar. I thought we would get him maybe talking to Katara or something, but I think maybe what was Katara doing? I think she was with Jet. She was with Jet. She was with Jet. That's right. But still, I thought maybe we might, or maybe talking to Sokka or something. I thought maybe we get him talking to one of the, but I mean, I guess we did get him talking to Aang in season 1, which was really cool. But anyways, I'm getting off track again. But yeah, no. All in all, beautiful season. I thought it was great. I found myself smiling throughout the whole thing, really. I really did. From Toph inventing earthbending to when she pops out the little carriage with her mom. I'm the greatest earthbender in the world. Like, it's just so Toph, bro. I loved it. There are things pulled directly from the original show. And then there are references towards, like, clear references towards the original show. You know what I mean? So it's truly great. I think they're doing a great job with it. I'll be honest. Off of my first watch, raw rating, I'm gonna give it probably a 9 out of 10 for season 2, just because, like I said, I don't recall there being anything while I was watching it being like, oh man, like I don't know about that. Like it was all cool. Like I said, I wish I would have got to see the whole little earthbending Momo bit. That would have been awesome, of course. But it's not a deal breaker that we didn't get that. It is kind of corny. I know why you don't want to do it for live action, but it's funny, and the fact that we even got the reference was more than enough for me. But yeah, no, that, like I said, 9 out of 10. Highly recommend. I am gonna do a rewatch of season 1 and 2 just so it's fresh in the brain, and then I'll go into a little more of a deep review and everything with that. And so expect that soon. I'm going to see Supergirl tomorrow. This is Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. $5 Tuesday. I'm going to see Supergirl tomorrow, so my review on that will be out in the next few days, hopefully. And yeah, just stay tuned for the stream. Stay tuned for more videos and updates and the music and everything. I am streaming more so kind of over on Twitch now. It is Trippy Truth 66 over on Twitch. If you want to go drop me a follow over there. If not, completely understand. I am still over on YouTube live streaming right now, at least. But yeah, definitely, I'm kind of transitioning over to Twitch, and for the streaming, at least for right now. They're a little looser with the copyright things and everything, but yeah, so eventually I'll be streaming everywhere. But for right now, kind of moving it over to Twitch, like I said. But like I said, stay tuned. More videos, more reviews, more music, more streams, more games, more everything. It's all coming. So I'm working on a bunch of different things. So yeah, but if you could like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you stay to the end, and let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, the Netflix series, not the M. Night Shyamalan. We don't. No, that doesn't exist. We don't. We don't acknowledge that. So let me know what you think in the comments, and just be respectful. You're entitled to your own opinion. If you don't fuck with it, cool, but be respectful about it. Let me know, but be respectful. So anyways, I do appreciate you guys checking out this video, and as always, I hope all your hopes, dreams, and wishes come true, and see you next time. Peace out.